I just know that Yoni's gonna comment on the fact that I have my hair in my shirt.
Now I will.
Because anytime I put on a hoodie or a shirt or a sweater or like anything,
What do I do?
sometimes I just forget to take my hair out of the hoodie, like, you know, out of the head opening.
It just makes me feel very uncomfortable.
And for some reason, it makes you feel so uncomfortable. You hate it. You're like, fix your hair, babe. Fix your hair.
My question is, how are you comfortable? Isn't that like itchy?
It's not necessarily itchy. I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable. Like, but right now, because I'm wearing this hoodie, if I have like my hair is pretty long right now, and if I put it over the hoodie, if my hair is just down, it basically goes like an octopus all over the hood part. And it just looks gross. But if I don't want to put it up and I still want to have it down, then I have to leave it in my hood. It's a whole complicated
long hair
situation.
problem.
Yeah. And I might regret this later, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's it going? How are you? Where are the vibes? What's the juice?
I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go?
Yeah.
How was your day today?
My day flew by.
It flew by, right?
Yeah.
Same with me. I'm like, how is it Tuesday? We're recording this on a Tuesday, literally the day before this goes live.
By the way,
we don't even need to talk about that.
Let's not talk about that. This is the latest. This is the latest we've ever been, which is actually recording. So
if you want the
if
real
you're watching
honest experience, just know we recorded this like not even a day before you're listening to this.
Not even 12 hours.
Yeah.
This is like as fresh as...
This is actually 12 hours. Actually, no, it's 11 hours before this video and episode is supposed to go live.
Yeah.
So we're cutting it the most closest. The most closest?
The most
closest.
I think that works.
The closest.
Okay, so this is a topic that I'm going to try not to talk for 3 hours.
Okay, yeah. We also do this thing where we're like, okay, we got this episode. We're going to record for what, 20, 30, not 20.
We never say
30,
20.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
We always end up recording for over an hour.
It's for some reason, it's always the simple topics that we do. Oh, yeah, let's talk about friendship. It's going to be a quick 30 minutes. And then we end up talking for like 2 hours.
Yeah, because we underestimate. I feel like I'm talking faster than my brain is thinking right now.
Yeah, you want to take it back for a little bit?
Yeah, I want to just...
Okay, let's intro the pod. Welcome to the What's the Juice podcast. My name is Yoni Ikoto.
And I am Alia, your other host. And we missed you guys. We hope you've had a good week. I feel like because we haven't recorded,
been longer.
It feels like a while.
It feels like it's been... I feel like we missed an episode.
Except we didn't. We're just so late in recording. But it's okay, guys. You know, if you're listening to this,
promised.
We made the episode work. We're here.
Can you push the little thing? It's like your mic is hanging off. It's going to distract me.
Oh, wow. That would have been so annoying on the video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the video. We promised ourselves to never, ever miss an episode again.
And, it probably at some point will happen because life happens.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that.
You're like manifesting the bad stuff already.
Yeah. Just sometimes you got to be kind to yourself.
Okay, how was your day? Because I'm ready to get into this shit
yeah,
right
anyways,
now.
My day was fine. It flew by. I was literally sitting at my computer all day just like doing work, the usual. Not ideal, but I have another week and a half of work and then I'm done with my full-time job.
Officially done.
Officially done. Not forever. Like nothing's forever. It's just, I mentioned this before. I feel like I didn't specifically get into it, but I am quitting my job. And starting February 10th, I will no longer be a 9-to-5 employee.
I feel like quitting is such an aggressive word.
Quitting? Yeah. I mean, it makes it seem like if you're quitting, it makes it seem as if like you're a quitter, like you couldn't do it, you couldn't face it, you couldn't deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's none of those. That's just the path that I'm choosing to go on for right now. But anyways, let's get into the topic of today's episode.
Today's topic, as you can see by the title, I don't know if we got the title figured out yet. Do we?
We're calling it Just Friends.
All right. Just Friends, question mark.
Question mark, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know exactly where this is going to go.
If you read the description, you probably can tell.
Yeah, you probably will. But, okay, so I want to start off with a quick, not a story, but it's more of a question.
Okay.
Obviously, we're going to be talking about, can a guy be friends with a girl?
And can a guy and a girl be just friends? And this is talking about assuming that both of them are heterosexual.
Right.
Okay. So they're both attracted to the opposite sex. So that's where the discussion is going.
I want to start with asking you that. What do you think? And then I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay, so...
Can I start, actually?
No.
Okay. Damn.
Can guys and girls... Can men and women be friends? Yes.
Obviously, yes.
Like,
that's why I said...
But no, I truly think that, like, yes, you can totally be friends.
Just friends,
yeah.
I feel like saying
Even
friends and just friends is such a difference.
Okay. They can be just friends. They can hang out. They can hang out with other people. They can hang out just the two of them. Do very platonic friendship. No romantics. No sex. No none of that. Is that possible? I believe yes, it is.
All right.
What do you think?
I agree with you. Okay. That is 100% accurate. You can be friends with the opposite sex. Now, this is where it gets tricky. And I'm just going to use myself. This whole episode, I'm just going to use myself as like the example.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying this is the only way. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure many people that are going to listen to this episode, they're going to be like, no.
Yeah, but this is, I'm just speaking, I'm putting myself in it.
Yeah.
So, if I was a single guy, right? And I had a best friend that was a girl.
A best friend or a friend?
I want to say best friend.
I think that's a whole other, but okay.
Okay, let's just say a friend.
Yeah, let's just say on a friend, like when I say friend, I mean like you're cool, like you hang out. I'm not saying an acquaintance, just someone you know and you talk to whenever they're there. Someone that you're like catching up with from time to time. You talk, like maybe you call each other on the phone. You're like, hey, how have you been?
You
whatever.
FaceTime.
Things like that. Yeah, you FaceTime. Exactly how you do with your friends and how often you talk to them. There's a girl that you've been friends with for a while and you're just friends with her and you catch up, all those things.
Okay. Perfect scenario. I love how you just laid it out, right? Okay. So let's say I'm that person and I have a friend that's exactly like you just described, right? Mm-hmm.
Just get to it, you know?
It depends. So if I'm attracted to her, like if I think she's attractive, right?
Yeah.
Me, personally, I will have a hard time just wanting to be friends with her.
Okay. We're already getting into the juice of it, all right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to have a hard time being just friends with her because think about it. This is how my brain thinks, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm single and happy, she's single and happy. She's dating
but I mean,
around.
that's assuming that she's single also.
No, I know that's my friend. I know that she's single.
Okay.
She's dating around. I'm dating around. We calling each other up, catching up on like how the date's been going and stuff like that, right? I tell her about my date. She tells me about hers. If I'm attracted to her, and if I think she's attractive, I'm going to just think in my head, like, if we're such good friends and we're both looking for someone, obviously that's the reason why we're dating, right? Mm-hmm. Why can't we make it a thing? Like, why can't we?
Yeah, okay.
You know how many times that happened to me?
That's a valid question. Yeah. Oh, that's happened to you many times?
That happened to me, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like I just have a hard time being just friend with someone that I think if they're so cool and we just have so much fun together and we're both single and we're looking for someone, I can't just be friends with you because I actually want to be with you.
Okay, but what if she doesn't? Because also, just because you're good friends, No,
finish that. Just because you're good friends, what?
I was going to say that just because you're good friends and you have good friendship chemistry and you're both attractive, maybe she doesn't want to take it there with you.
Why not?
I don't know. But you're going under the assumption that like she's also interested in you in that way.
Okay.
Because I think it's possible to be friends with someone who's also attractive, but
Possible
not
for
necessarily take it there.
Possible for who?
For anyone. I don't think that automatically, if you're good friends and you're both attractive, because once you start going into the relationship, romantic, sexual shit, it's going to change shit.
Okay, and if it starts to change shit.
Yeah, but someone might value the friendship more in the sense that they would want to keep the friendship intact the way that it is. You know what I mean? And what I was going to say too before that is that I read a study that said in most that there's scientists that studied this shit because people have been wondering about this forever, because there's many people that are set in their ways and they're like, no, I don't think guys and girls can truly be friends because sex always gets in the way, and that I guess, you know, that natural feeling of like attractiveness, because it's part of like our biology.
It's natural.
You know, that if it's there, it always ends up getting in the way at some point. That's what some people say.
Okay.
However, some studies have found that actually a lot of the times in friendships, 66% of the time, guys are attracted to their friends rather than girls being attracted to their guy friends.
That is very true. See, I'm the guy. Yeah. I'm the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just.
So have you ever been in that situation? Like, have you ever had a friend that was a girl that you were like really kicking it with? It was a good time. You matched each other's energies and vibes, and it was easy to hang out with. And then she was also attractive. Did you like start catching feelings?
I always catch feelings.
Even if they're not attractive?
No. If they're attractive and you're my friend and I know you and I think you're a good person,
yeah,
and you're just beautiful,
yeah,
I catch feelings. I don't know how to control it. I don't know why that is. I don't know if I'm the only one. But if I have a friend and you're beautiful and I know you're single.
Yeah.
Because something in my brain, if you're not single, I won't catch feelings because I know you're in a relationship. You're not available.
Really?
But if you are available and I'm just your friend, I think it's a waste of, you know how much like beautiful shit can happen from just like, yeah, let's give it a try, because now you're holding yourself back. I would hate to be
truly for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Like if you're actually friends, you can actually have a discussion about it. And obviously she needs to want to be with you as well. Yeah. Right? But I just don't think it makes sense for two people to be friends, hang out, kick it, FaceTime. Do you know that?
That's mostly what you do in a relationship.
I want to say 99% of the time, someone at some point will catch feelings. And it can be the girl too.
Oh, I'm not saying it can't be the girl, because I've been the girl.
So, yeah, exactly. So why not take the chance? I feel like it would be, I would just have a horrible time being that friend, because I can't imagine going to the movies or talking to you every day, right? Maybe not every day, maybe just like a couple times a week. And I have this feeling and I feel like I can't tell you. You know how I'm not going to be able to, like, I don't think it's fair for the guy to,
or for any of the people. Yeah,
like, oh, you don't know how the relationship might be, so give it a try. And if that doesn't work out, you can always go back to being friends. Okay. But just hanging out and just being there, like being attracted to each other, not saying anything. That happened to me. I didn't say shit the whole time.
Why not?
Because I was like, if I say this and she's not down,
it's fucked up there.
It's fucked up because now she's going to feel weird being my friend.
Yeah.
So I had to live with that.
And that's exactly
with that reason. Bag in my chest the whole time.
Yeah. And that's exactly the reason why. That's what I was just saying, that like it only works of like taking the chance if both of you match that attraction and that feeling. But oftentimes and not, like, I mean.
But how can you know that you both match it? Someone has to come forward.
I guess, because also it's like you're friends already. So if you're already friends, how can you tell that they like you more than just the friend?
You can tell.
But sometimes, because I would say, like, I've had guy friends before where there's this weird thing where within a platonic friendship between a guy and a girl.
Platonic means just friends.
Yeah. This has happened to me in so many male friendships I've had where like I flirt with them.
Okay.
Like I flirt with them even though we're friends.
Why do you flirt with them?
And sometimes I'm not even necessarily super attracted to them. Mm-hmm. But there's this level of like, maybe it translates to flirtation or to flirting in my mind because they're a guy. So I automatically am like, am I flirting or am I just being nice? Because
you don't know if I'm flirting, I know.
About it, like I talk the same way. Cause sorry.
Go ahead.
Because if I'm thinking about it, like I talk to my girlfriends like the same way. But then as soon as I start talking that way to a guy, I feel like I'm flirting.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that you don't know when you're flirting or not. Because if I'm flirting,
I feel like I'm trying to play it down.
Yeah, if I'm flirting, I know I'm flirting, and the girl know I'm flirting.
That's just if you're friends, can you tell?
Yes.
There's sometimes like I don't know. It's so hard to explain.
You can totally tell.
Not that it happens to the same degree now, but like we're in our relationship. Mm-hmm. But when we're at, I truly think that I think about it as like, am I being really flirty right now? Where I'm just being like social and having an interaction. But I think it's because the exchange is with a guy that I'm like, am I being flirty right now? Because there's been situations not that long ago that we would be like around other people at a social event or something like that. And I would be interacting with a guy friend that I know and that we've hung out before with, all of us. But then I sometimes catch myself and I'm like, am I being flirty right now? Or am I just being friendly?
You need to work on identifying that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, okay, honest question. Have you flirted with any friends since we've been in this relationship? Honestly, I can say, like, in a way, yes. But at the same time, I'm like, was I just being friendly? Or was I? Because I wasn't being, like, flirty in the obvious standard way. I was just being, like, silly, playful, like, really getting into it, joking. But if I wasn't taken, that could be translated as I'm flirting. But because I'm in a relationship, nobody thinks I'm being flirty. Do you know what I mean?
I don't really... You can totally still be flirty. Wait, let me answer the question.
Yeah, answer the question.
And you said with a friend?
Yeah. Like, let's say, right?
I feel like I flirted with someone who wasn't a friend.
Huh. Okay.
But it was like on accident.
How does that happen on accident?
Because she flirted with me first.
Okay.
So... And this all happens usually at the restaurant or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, but not that situation.
Okay.
Because we're talking about friends here. I'm not talking about like a stranger or something like that.
I don't really have like female friends that I talk to as much. Usually the ones that I consider kind of my friends or maybe like the people that I work with, we're cool. We can text each other sometimes, but it's not... There's never going to be anything flirty about it because it's also work related. Okay,
but let's say you're at work.
Okay.
And you are spending, you're at work on a shift. You're spending like a lot of time together. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there's downtime and you're just, talking. You never felt like in the conversation you were just having this like back and forth that if you were single could be mistaken for flirting. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And yeah, I can see that.
Because I've seen you do that.
What?
Just kidding. I mean, I'm half kidding.
No, like I think, see, the way I am when I'm single, it's funny because when I'm single, I
feel like when you're single, you're the exact same.
I'm not the exact same. Like when it comes to like women, when I'm single, I care more about
Your interaction.
About my interaction, about when I'm flirting with someone. Because if I'm trying to get with someone or trying to get somebody's number, right? If I'm single, I'm overthinking it. I'm like, I really want her number. But it becomes a whole thing.
Right.
Right? So now that I've been in this relationship,
that doesn't even exist.
I don't have the pressure to like get denied. Not that I'm out here looking for people's numbers, right? But I'm just saying, I'm just so like, I don't care. So I will talk to someone and I can flirt with you without even
thinking it's flirting. You're just talking.
And sometimes it's okay to flirt for fun.
Yeah.
So I've done that before.
Okay.
And the shit that I say, obviously, is nothing like off the wall, right?
Yeah, and that's what I kind of want to clarify, that when I mean flirting,
it's not like, I want to.
No. Like, flirting,
what are you wearing before you go to bed?
Like, it's right at the line between being friendly and being slightly flirty. You're just kind of joking around, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't involve any kind of
sexual tension.
Oh yeah, like that's not even what we're talking about. It has no like touching the person, like, ha, you're so funny, or complimenting them in a way that's like extra, or like saying some stupid shit like, ooh, I wonder what that mouth do, or some stupid shit like that. Like, you know what I mean?
What?
That's so off the wall. That's what I mean. It does not include any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's really it's like passing over that line between friendly and flirty, where I think it's kind of blurred because it can be confused between the two. Because oftentimes some people think that you're being flirty when you're actually just being friendly.
People always think I'm flirting.
Exactly. People always think that you're flirting. That's why they keep giving you their number.
Anytime I talk to anyone, not anyone,
but a good amount of people, women,
and
sometimes men. Just kidding.
What? So I don't know why they always just think that I've just flirted with them, and then like it happened a couple of times, and then like they would come back with a number on the receipt and say,
let me know if you want to go to dinner sometime.
Let me know if you want to go to dinner. And I take it and say, oh, all right, thanks. I never say, oh, I'm in a relationship.
Right.
Which to someone watching this might think that it's fucked up that I don't say that, but it's like,
it's to like, me, why do that? You know,
it takes so much. It takes so much for a person to already do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, where are you going to just like shut him down? And I don't know. I feel like, yeah. Did I answer your question earlier?
Yeah, you can answer my question.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, as far as like accidentally flirting with someone, it's never really an accident, but you can kind of sometimes, you ever talk to someone and you're having a great conversation and you know that you're in a happy relationship, but it's a fun conversation and you start to like feel some juices going.
What?
No, I
what
mean
does
like.
That mean?
No, I mean like you start to like feel like a vibe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So
but
is that bad?
I don't think that's bad.
But you're in a relationship.
But it's not some juices flowing that I'm trying to like get to like.
Do you sometimes wish like, damn, this could
never,
babe?
No, I'm 100% never. Like that's what I mean. That it's fun to just have that interaction because it's a fun like back and forth. That's why I think I'm having such a hard time like describing it, because it truly could be
just
friendly.
For the moment.
No, but it's like so close between friendly and flirty.
Let's say,
so close together.
Okay. Let's say we're at a party.
Mm-hmm.
You meet a guy. He doesn't know that you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And I'm somewhere chatting it up like I always do. Yeah. Just doing my own thing, right? Talking to someone else. Mm-hmm. And this guy starts talking to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in a relationship.
I hate when people do that.
There's a lot of people who do that
like,
shit.
why did you just assume that I'm trying to like get in your...
Exactly. Know? So now you're having a conversation. Obviously, you can start to feel like the guy is flirting. But you're like,
I mean, is he flirting or is he... Yeah. You can really tell when guys are flirting.
You can tell. It's very easy.
Yeah.
If he starts to ask you like random question, Guys are like so sneaky.
But actually, no, there's some guys that are really bad at flirting, and then there's other guys that are really good in the sense that you actually don't know they're flirting until later.
Guys are always flirting. So just so you know.
Guys are always flirting?
If you go...
So that means you're always flirting.
Yes.
If you're the guy...
But I'm in a relationship. I'm talking about a single guy.
Okay, but how am I supposed to know if he's single or not? Okay, I have no idea. Maybe his girl's not even at that event.
Okay.
Because you said, just so you know, guys are always flirting. I think that statement is incorrect.
If I'm a single... Listen, right?
Okay, you have to say single guys then.
Okay, single guy. If I'm a single guy and I go to a party and I start talking to someone, obviously I will talk to someone who I think is attractive. Mm-hmm. I'm already flirting. It's not gonna start with the actual flirting. It's gonna say, I don't know. I might say something like,
basic,
"Who do you know here? Have you ever been here? Are you from Seattle?" You're warming like it's the flirting is brewing.
Yeah, but that's only if so that's what I'm saying. But what if I don't know if this guy is single or not.
Okay, so let's continue, right? You don't know this guy if he's single or not, but then you start to feel like it's flirting with you, right? Mm-hmm. And you're having a good time. You had a glass of wine or whatever, and then you start to flirt back like you like to do, right? Just kind of like you're not sure if I'm flirting or not.
It's not necessarily I'm flirting back. It's that you're just entertaining being friendly. I'm being like a social, like there's this kind of costume that I was talking about previous episodes where if somebody's giving me good energy, flirting or not, and I can sense that I can have a good conversation with them and get to know them and cool, it's like you match a certain kind of energy with them that I guess you could say it's flirting, but I don't think... Is it flirting if your intention is not to like try to get somewhere with that person? Like, what's the difference between flirting and being like very friendly?
Flirting is... I really don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's so hard to distinguish between the two.
If you're watching this and you know, can you please let us know what do you think is the difference between flirting and what was the other one?
And being very friendly.
I don't know. I mean, flirting has a different type of...
But I also think it's a spectrum, you know? It's like you're being friendly and then you're being extra friendly and then it goes into slightly flirty into very flirty. You know what I mean?
So
but if you're right between very friendly and slightly flirty, it's like between the two. But if you're being flirty, you can be slightly flirty or you can be like super intense, like out of pocket. I kind of want to like, you want to go to the bathroom vibe.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like that's a little bit off topic.
No, it was very off topic, but I wanted to finish the thing with the guy, right? So you flirt back with him. At what point do you know that it's time? Like it's starting to get out of hand a little bit. Like now it's really, you know that he's about to ask you for your number, for example.
Well, I feel like if at any point before he even asks for my number, I think that at any point in the conversation, if I start to feel that he is specifically getting into a vibe, I will try my best to drop in a hint about the fact that I'm in a relationship.
Why does it have to be a hint? Why can't you just say, hey, my boyfriend is over there?
Because that makes it so obvious that I realize he's trying to flirt, like he's flirting with me. He's not just being
What would
friendly.
you say? What would be an example of a hint?
I don't know. Like, it depends what we're talking about. And then I would say like, oh yeah, my boyfriend and I, or like, oh, my partner and I, blah,
guys,
blah, blah.
Guys hate that. You know how many times that happened to me?
I know, but that's also on purpose.
No, I know. Like, before we, obviously.
And it is what it is.
Yeah. Before we were in this relationship, when I would try to like talk to someone and we're having a great conversation.
Yeah.
And then like after 20 minutes, it's like, yeah, you know, my husband and I, or like my boyfriend, and I'm just like, oh my God. I felt like
Do you feel embarrassed or do you feel like you wasted your time?
I don't feel embarrassed. I was about to say, I feel like I just wasted 20 minutes of my life. But I really did. But I really didn't because I really enjoyed this conversation.
And also, who says that you can't, like, next time you see each other, just talk and hang out and catch up? Like, why does it always have to be if you're single? Like,
because when you go to a party and you're single and you talk to someone for 20 minutes and you think that there's a vibe going on, and then after 20, 30 minutes, they tell you, oh yeah, my boyfriend told me this the other day. Are you serious? That's like...
Yeah, I get it.
I wouldn't want to waste anybody's time like that, to be honest.
I get that. Do you think sometimes, like, girls would just not mention it because they like the attention?
Yes, or just the conversation.
Which I think it's fair. And I think it can happen the other way around, too. It can be a single girl and
You know, that is true. Let me take that back because I'm just trying to picture me having a great conversation with someone, right?
Yeah.
And I do that right now.
And then you realize their intentions.
And then towards the end.
Oh, shit.
Right. And then towards the end, I say, oh, like, you know, my partner and I have a podcast and we talked about that. I could just feel the energy change completely.
Yeah. And, you know, it is what it is. But you also don't want to be like, there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it. You could just keep
No other
going.
way to do what? You mean?
Like, there's no other way to just let them know that you're not available. As soon as you realize...
There's a lot of other ways, babe.
What other way?
You can say from the beginning, but I feel like...
But from the beginning, that's so weird.
Yo, you know what's funny? This is exactly what happens.
That's you're just assuming that...
If someone mentions that from the beginning, that means they're already telling you that they're not even interested in you. At least not even a little bit.
But I don't have to be interested in someone to just have a conversation. Like if somebody wants let's say a guy, right?
Or attractive. Attracted,
that's what I was
not interesting.
Say. Let's say a guy, we're at a party and a guy thinks that I'm attractive and comes up to me and starts talking. He has no idea I'm in a relationship. I have no idea he thinks I'm attractive and he thinks that I'm single. I'm also just another person at this party. He's another person at this party. We've never met before. Hey, I'm Alia. Hey, I'm so-and-so. We talk. We have a good conversation, whatever. And then it goes wherever it goes.
I think most guys don't really think if the girl is in a relationship or not. When you go in after something, you're just trying.
So when you were single and you were at a party and you saw a girl, she was maybe talking to other girls and you thought she was really cute, you wouldn't go over there thinking, I wonder if she has a boyfriend or not?
I wouldn't. That's not my first thought.
What's your first thought? How can I talk to her?
How can I talk to her? And then we're going to talk and then she has to bring it up. If she doesn't bring it up, I'm the single guy here. So it could be a serious thing. It can be whatever that'll come out of that situation.
Yeah.
But I think it's the woman's job to say, hey, by the way, I'm in a relationship. Because if you don't, that means that, okay, you're also attracted to me. And then we can do something. We can you know what I mean?
We can figure it out.
We can figure it out.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
I don't think it's my job to say. So by the way, I just want to make sure. Like,
no, I don't.
I don't want to be a home wrecker.
I'm not saying you need to mention it to her. I'm not saying.
Oh,
that.
you asked me if I was wondering. If
yeah, I'm saying internally. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah. All right.
But okay, what about? What about the question that I'm sure people thought about while we're talking about all this, which is, if you are in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Like we are. Why do you need a best friend or even good friend of the opposite sex? Why would you need
you're asking me
best friend who is a girl when you already have me? And you could in that question the other way around too. I'm not necessarily asking. I mean, I'm asking you, yeah.
Right.
But you don't have one anyways.
Yeah.
Do you? No, you don't.
No, I don't. I mean, I have women in my life that I know that are like, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're not friends. We don't really FaceTime, but we could, but we just don't.
Because you're not that close.
Because, yeah, exactly. We're not that close.
Yeah. Don't make it, because the way you framed it, you're making it seem as if like, I want to, but I don't, because.
No. I feel like I don't really have like a girlfriend that I could just go out and grab lunch with. Like, I don't do that. That's not like a part of my life. I don't have a female best friend. Because you're my best friend.
Even best friend, like friend. Yeah, I'm your best friend.
You know, you're my best friend, so I don't need to have another best friend. Like, what am I looking for in another person that you already have, right? Oh, is it like an escape from this relationship so I can go talk to her about the relationship? The funny thing is with our relationship, I just talked to you about this relationship.
True. But to what you just said.
You know what's crazy? I don't even talk to my friends, my guy friends, about this relationship. Like, you know how some guys or some people, they would go to their friends and be like, man, my girlfriend is tripping today. She just woke up mad today. And like, I always know why.
You do that?
What?
Your friends tell you that?
Guys do that. I'm not going to put my friends on, you know, but I'm saying guys do that.
Yeah.
I had plenty of guy friends before. They would be like, yo, you know, my girl tripping today. And I'm just like, talk to her about it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You know?
I don't think I've ever really... I don't have...
You talk to your friends about this relationship.
Oh, sorry. No, I was trying to think. Have I had like a guy friend?
You don't even have girlfriends. Like, how would you have guy friends? I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, I actually have like no guy friends at the moment. I have like guy friends that like when I see them, like when I see friends who are also guys, like we're cool and we have a good time and we talk. But outside of us like happening to see each other at someone's house, I don't text them, I don't call them, I don't check in on them or like make plans to hang out. Like if I see you, I see you. Or if anything, I'm like, oh, I say to you like, oh, let's go hang out with so and like have dinner or something.
Why don't you have that friend? Why don't you have a guy friend like while you're in this relationship?
I just don't really have friends, period.
No, like, but is it because something you're trying to avoid? Or?
Not at all. It's just something that just doesn't. It hasn't happened because for me, like friendships, really, like the spark has to be there.
Spark.
The spark in a friendship.
Oh, I'm like, why do you need a spark in a friendship?
You need a spark in a friendship.
No, but when you say spark, I'm thinking like a a flirty spark.
No, like a friendship spark. That's totally a thing. And that is very rare for me. And when it hasn't happened with that many people in my life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I'm also not out here looking for friends. Like I'm good the way that I am. I barely even see the friends that I have because I don't have time.
That's the thing. I'm not looking for.
But let's answer the question, right? Let's answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
When is it okay? Why would you want to have one of those friends? Even though this is where we're like speculating and talking basically not from our experience, you know, because we don't have these. I think that's what I was trying to get at. But let's say that you know someone, like I've heard a couple stories from other friends of mine that basically are like, oh, my boyfriend has friends who are girls. And I've seen certain situations where like these friendships started after the relationship started, and then other situations where the boyfriend had these friends who are girls before he got in the present relationship.
Okay.
And then my friend was telling me how it's like these two are very different because I don't mind, I'm talking from the perspective of the girl, I don't mind that my boyfriend had a friend who was a girl before and now we're in a relationship and they're still friends. That's cool. I'm not going to tell him you got to cut off all your friendships with all girls. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's healthy. I think that's so controlling.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
I was trying to put it nicely.
Yeah.
And in that case, the girlfriend is like, that's cool, you know, because they were friends before I was here in the picture.
Exactly.
But if it's a girlfriend that friendships happened after they got in a relationship, that's not as okay.
Who's saying that's not okay?
I've heard like these opinions floating around.
So if I make a friend now,
who is a girl.
Yes.
And you start to get like really close.
And we start to get close. You know, we get lunch together. We talk about, and let's say she's into like photography, and we start to bond over photography and talk and do shoots together, and you know, talking about different concepts, calling each other, texting while we're in this relationship. How would that really sit with you? That's heavy.
Not that it's heavy, but I'm really trying because I just never want to be like, oh my God, yeah, I totally wouldn't care because I'm such a cool girlfriend. But I want, like, my first initial response as you were painting the picture, I would have been like, honestly, that would be fine. That's my first initial response. Okay.
That was a damn lie.
What?
That's
so dramatic.
No, that's a lie. You would be fine with that? You know, as I was painting...
It just hasn't happened, you know? So
as I was really painting the picture, I was trying to make it more and more...
But the thing is, you kept adding it to, like, your touch point between, like, your friendship is the fact that you're both into photography. So it seems like a work-related friendship rather than a friendship.
Have you ever seen those movies when it starts with, like, work-related things and then they start to get close and then they... That's
okay,
not,
I mean, then I
okay,
don't.
So
that means that I trust you. Also, I trust you so much that I'm not even. My mind doesn't even go there.
Now let's add to the fact that she was very attractive. No, seriously.
Okay, I mean, she was very attractive. You know, she got that body, yaddy, yaddy. Like maybe, yeah. Then maybe I would like feel some type of way. I don't know. It's a hard hypothetical to imagine because it hasn't happened. We've had no issues because ever since we've been in this relationship, we've been each other's number one.
Yeah.
And it's been so. It also was never a spoken thing where like you can't have female friends or I can't have male friends. Like it just naturally we just didn't and just never happened.
But even if you did, like I trust you that.
I just would never...
I would never care.
No, but I just would never have a friend that's a guy that I'm that close with because I also have you who are my best friend who is a guy. Because why would I need a guy friend, but I have that guy friend in you in this sense.
But what if you got to talk about this relationship with someone else that's a guy, but then just give...
But why though?
So he could
I'll just
give
talk
you...
to you.
Yeah, but he could give you a perspective that I don't have.
About our relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always
Which
think
is a
that, like,
perspective.
Why are you talking to other people about your relationship? Like, talk to the person you're in a relationship with.
I never talk to anyone about our relationship.
I rarely talk about it. Like, if I talk about it, it's because someone's asking me, like, what do you guys fight about? And I'll say, when Yoni, like, leaves this here or something, you know?
Yeah. Only time I would talk to anyone about our relationship is only when it's... No, not even only... if they ask.
Yeah.
But then also I would, if I bring it up, it's always something good.
Oh yeah.
Like I will always talk about it in a positive light versus like Alia leaves her socks everywhere she takes them off.
That's true.
You know, which is something you do all the time, which is very annoying.
Yeah, Yoni also uses a napkin or tissue and just makes it into a ball, and instead of throwing it away, just leaves it on the counter.
You know, so we all do these things, and we're just trying to figure it out as we grow and learn together.
Yeah. But to go back to the friends, right? I would say that to answer the question, why... I just think it's also on such a case-by-case basis. And when I was doing a little bit of reading and research before this episode, that's also a lot of what the studies found is that most of the time it's hard to and impossible to answer this question because everyone has a different understanding of friendship levels, of boundaries, of romantic expectations. Like some people can't stand their partner spending time with other people that much.
Now you're just controlling.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody has a different level and expectation of that. So that's why it's also very hard to answer this question. Now, I think we can jump to when you're single and you have a friend and you start catching feelings.
That was me all my life.
Should you if someone's in this situation right now listening, should they take the leap of faith and just go for it and tell that person, or should they stay closed off like Yoni did all those times?
Advice from Yoni, you should definitely go for it, because anytime I didn't,
you regretted it.
I always regretted it. And then guess what? Years later...
Did you stay friends with those girls?
Yeah. Years later.
But was it really friendship though?
It was really friendship, because then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be their friend.
But those feelings don't get shut off.
After a while, they do.
Really?
Because then I just start to see them like as
Do you start kind of resenting
bro.
them that you feel like you can't tell them the truth?
No. It was my fault. I was a chicken.
Did you ever lie to yourself that's like, oh, I'm okay just being friends, when truth be told, you actually were trying?
I always lied to myself, but I was never
so much.
I was never really okay with it, because it sucks, because I just wanted to be more. I just love. I just think I used to always think, you know how beautiful our kids would be? I would start to like imagine, like, damn, what would a kid look like if we had one? But then I mean, they don't even know that I'm having.
You never drop hints. You never found yourself like.
I did.
Dropping silly hints here and then just to see how they react.
So this is exactly what happened, right? I did that in the past, dropped hints, but very subtle.
Yeah.
You really have to listen to me to understand the hint.
Slight sprinkle.
Right. But then I always made sure that sprinkle was very light, because if it wasn't light,
if it was a little too heavy,
it was a little bit too heavy, and she would notice something, I might lose the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly why.
And that is something I did not want. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep this close to me and be friends and, talk. And we were friends. Mm-hmm. Not like in a creepy way. Like,
no, I get it.
But anyways, fast forward years later, it's always like, oh, I didn't know you had a crush on me. I had a crush on you too.
Oh, that used to happen so much in like lesson. High school, middle school. Like that was the thing.
So if you're listening to this and you got that someone in your life that you just feel like you always, I remember just always looking forward to seeing them or talking to them. Yo, if that's happening in your life right now, you have to say something.
Yeah. Because
you might not even know they feel the same way, especially if you guys have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Say something, and then, we're all grown. Like, they're not going to be mad at you. They're just, if anything, they might be flattered, but I don't know. I feel like the chances, I think it's so worth it. Because what you can get out of that is much greater than keeping that little cute relationship and
friendship.
Yeah, friendship. And
I just think that once I start seeing a guy that I'm friends with and like truly enjoy spending time together, once I start having that kind of attraction and feeling towards them, I can't shake it off. It's so hard for me to shake it off. And it's happened before where like that guy was even in a relationship with one of my friends. And I would like feel some type of way about them.
I know that guy.
You don't.
Oh.
What do you mean you know that guy?
No, okay. I feel like I know that story.
That story? I think that's a different story you're thinking about. But anyways.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I've never really. I was also, in my childhood and like high school, because I was in a ballet school. A lot of the guys that I was around, like 50%, if not more, were also gay. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of male friendships that were like clearly platonic. And another thing too is all the straight guys that were at my ballet school, there were so few of them just at my personal ballet school, that you kind of didn't even know, like, am I actually attracted to them, or are they just 1 in 4 straight guys at this school? You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like, am I actually attracted to this person, or is it just that they're like the only like guy friend that I have, or like guy person around me?
Yeah. I don't know. I was just, because I don't think it's fair for me to say you can't have a guy friend. I didn't like
Wait, saying that to me?
Yeah, like remember how we said that, I mean, I feel like I said that earlier, that I wouldn't really 100% be comfortable with you having a like a guy friend and you just like.
But when we say like having a guy friend, that means like you go and hang out, just the two of you, go here.
But
go
I think
there.
I think I would be okay with that because I trust you and I know there's no way. Obviously, there is a way.
Yeah.
But I feel like.
But I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
And same with me.
And if, let's say, for some reason I'm starting to catch feelings for that other guy, guess who I tell first? You.
Damn, you're going to catch feelings for another guy? See, but that's the thing that's not controllable. You can't, even if you are in a relationship, you meet someone and you literally start to catch feelings for that other person. That's just human nature. I hope that'll never happen to us. That's why I don't even put myself in situations.
So do you think that's why when people are in relationships, they're kind of like, they stay away from that, and they also maybe even tell their partner that they're not comfortable with them having those types of friendships because they're like, I don't want to take the chance of, because that basically brings you closer to catching feelings for somebody else. Because if you're already friends and you're in a relationship, but I start hanging out with this guy and I'm like, oh, he's just my friend. Like, you know, I met him here and he's really cool and blah, blah, blah. And let's say this would never happen, but let's say I go and hang out with this guy. It's that much more likely that I will catch feelings because I'm putting myself in that situation. I'm putting myself in the path of catching feelings. But if I just never have that friend, either because I don't or because my partner tells me they're not comfortable with that, then there's very little chance that I will ever be in that situation.
Yeah.
You know? But then again, you can also meet someone in a bar and think they're attractive and cheat. Like so many people do, you know?
Yeah. That's why I don't go to clubs.
I feel like we talked about this already. And we're about to get really off topic if we're going to start talking about clubs.
We need to have, in each episode, we need to have one moment of off topic.
We already did.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, all I want to say real quick, if I go to a club and I start dancing with someone, catching feelings in the club, it's not even just
but
a real
in the
feeling.
Club, you're not catching feelings.
Okay, let's get out of this.
You're just catching vibes.
Yeah, you're just catching vibes and catching
booties.
Catching bodies. Okay.
Okay, and then I think that this episode would not be complete if we didn't talk about friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits. That's a very tricky one for me. Because
have you ever had a friend with benefits?
I had friends with benefits, but we were more like
a situationship.
It was more like a situationship. It was more like a.
Do you want to explain what a situationship is?
It's a situation that's a friendship.
Okay, so I'll explain what it is. A situationship is basically when
you explain it.
You do a lot of the things that you would do at the beginning of a relationship, but you haven't actually defined it as a relationship. So you haven't solidified that, like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend and, you know, we're in this together and, like, I want to see where this goes, blah, blah, blah. So that's why it's a situationship, because you're kind of getting there, but you haven't yet named it that. And usually situationships are also like a little bit messy because you don't really know where things are at.
Yeah, I've had that, but
I don't think that's the same thing.
Yeah,
because friends with benefits, that has to be an agreement.
Yeah,
like both parties are very aware we're friends, and all the physical things that we're doing are no strings attached. There's no feelings.
It's like a contract.
Like a verbal
contract.
Yeah,
which could be very fun.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah, and
so have you ever had one?
I've had one before, but I didn't like it because I always I want.
You always had those strings attached.
I just had like my strings just always somehow they just get hooked on something.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I think I've just always been like a relationship guy. You know, I wasn't very like the club, get to know this girl this night, let's go out, and I met this other girl. And then, I don't know, I just never really enjoyed it because I just always wanted to find one person that I can love as much as I want every day. And that's it. Like, I was never really, like when people tell me, you know, like, how many relationships, like, did you have? I haven't had that many.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel some type of way when you answer that and you say you haven't had that many?
What you mean some type of way?
I don't know. Like, you make it seem as if, like, it's a bad thing. Like, when people ask me how many relationships you've had, I'm like, oh, like 2, 3.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, to me, the less, the better.
Well, for me, personally, whenever I've had, and actually it's only been one time, that I had a whole friends with benefits set up payment plan. I'm just kidding.
Payment plan.
That happened sort of accidentally. It also happened when I was...
Wait, are you breaking down the story?
When I was like 16, 17. So I was really young. And I really didn't know like what I was getting myself into because I caught feelings. Like the feelings were there from the beginning.
Oh, shit.
So I basically just lied to myself into being like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Like, this is fine. Because I was trying to get some, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was young, puberty, like, whatever. So I was trying to, you know, do the thing. But the other person was very clear. And they said, like, you know, this is strictly this. I'm not trying to, like, have a whole relationship. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's whatever. Like, I'm a cool girl. Like, I can not give a shit. But I totally gave all the shits from the very beginning.
Oh, babe.
So, yeah, my strings were, like, hooked from the beginning.
Yeah.
And they stayed hooked the whole time. And then I just, like, stayed in that for a while thinking that at some point this person is just going to
fall in love
with me. And guess what? Never happened. So that's my story.
Wow.
So I never really actually had real friends with benefits, but I think it can work.
Friends with benefits?
Being friends with benefits, I think it can work for like a short period of time.
I can never do friends with benefits. That's not for me.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it either.
Because my feelings...
Because you might as well be in a relationship. Like, why are you just friends with benefits? Like, why not? You know what I mean?
Because I think people do friends with benefits because maybe they're just not ready for a relationship.
But what does that mean? Like, why? Like, what part of the relationship are you not ready for?
The mature part. Like, maybe you're not mentally mature enough. They don't see. A lot of people just don't want to have that responsibility because when you are in a relationship, there is a responsibility. You have that. You have to be. You can't just do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you
can't do whatever you want regarding what,
like sexually, right? I'm in a relationship. I can go to the club.
So you're saying friends with benefits? That means that they're not exclusively just having sex with each other.
I mean, friends with benefits. That's that. I mean, that's all. It depends on what's on the contract.
Yeah, I guess that's
because some can do that, and then some can just do whatever they want and still hit up that person, and they don't care who they were with before.
Yeah.
You know,
friends with benefits is messy, but I can totally understand why. Like, because I've found myself thinking about like, I get along with this person, you know, we can hang out, we talk, and like, I'm really attracted to them. But actually, I've been in that situation, but the guy, I was like, but you know, there's certain things about them that I'm not necessarily trying to be like cute and romantic, but they're like really hot. Mm-hmm. And they're also funny and like we can hang out and like chill, you know, just kick it.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself like, I don't really want more. However, are they really hot? Like, do I think that they would, throw her down?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I feel like I can't understand why someone, it could be maybe they themselves are not ready for a relationship, or it could be that the person that they're maybe considering to be friends with benefits with, they're not necessarily trying to be in a relationship with them. Like, they're not relationship material. They can be sex material and friend material, but not relationship material. Yeah. I think that's very possible.
Was that guy funny to me? You think?
Was he funnier than me?
Yeah.
Yo, this was a long time ago.
You don't remember? Try to remember. Was he funnier than me?
No, I remember. He was a different funny. He was like stupid funny. But this was also like I was in high school. I'm
just kidding. That's like one of those questions you ask to like measure yourself. Like, yeah. Was he? Do you have a picture of him?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I wanted to touch on one last thing.
Oh, okay.
When you're in a relationship and you find yourself having to control yourself. So you go somewhere and you're really feeling this guy, he models for, Calvin Klein, and he's just like one of those, Can
I already answer the question?
You can't tell me that you can't tell me that it never crossed your mind. Like, damn, if I wasn't in this relationship, I totally would. Like, you can't, I don't think anybody can say that then, because then there's something wrong with you.
That whole sentence you just said, the one that said, like, if I wasn't in a relationship, I totally would. That sentence happens in like 2 seconds in my head, and then it stops.
So it happens. It doesn't matter for how long.
No, but I'm saying like
it's a short sentence. It's not a long sentence. You can't even
complete that sentence until the thought already exited my head. What I'm trying to say is like...
Really?
Yeah. Have I thought about like, damn, like they're really attractive. Like I'm sure they would like, and then that's it.
Why is it
they would like,
Why is it that you always think about what they would do?
I mean, what else do you think about?
No, like
as the girl, as a girl, you usually...
Oh, you always trying to like
usually, because I don't want to just speak for everybody, but as a girl, you normally, if you were to imagine like a guy in like a sexual way,
you
would think about like, I wonder what they would do.
Yeah.
Compared to, I think that if I was a guy thinking about a girl,
you always think about what you would do.
Like I would do some shit to her, I think that's fair.
Man, why is it always on the guy to do some shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an episode for another day.
I don't know.
But I
don't think that that's true though.
Okay.
I think that girls can do just as much.
Exactly. Congratulations.
And they should.
Congratulations.
Wait, no, but I feel like we didn't establish an answer to your question.
Yeah. Why do you feel if you
So is your question like, is that wrong?
Let me put it on me. Let me put it on myself again. If I go to a party and there's an attractive woman starting to dance with me. Let's say it's a group. Let's say it's like 3 of them.
Oh shit.
Okay, and we're like dancing, whatever. And obviously you're having a good time. I don't know any guy.
So you're already dancing with them. You already involved your body.
I'm
with
already like sweating.
Oh.
Okay, let's say in the summertime, or we're like in the Bahamas.
Where am I?
You're back home.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
See, this is already, that's what I'm saying. This situation already can't even happen.
I would never go to Brazil or to the Bahamas or to anywhere like that.
What's
by
like
myself.
that? What's like that?
I feel like those places. I feel like those places, if you're in a relationship, I feel like you should always go with your partner. Okay. If you're going,
anywhere we go, we would go together though. Why would we? I mean,
yeah, no, but like if I go to Switzerland by myself, that's fine. But if I go to like the Caribbean, it's a different story.
Why? Anyways, no, we get it.
You don't get why?
No, I get why. I'm just
summertime vibes.
It's just.
Anyways, I think we should wrap this up.
Wait, but I feel like we didn't really like finish it though.
Okay, since you want to finish some shit so bad, go ahead.
Okay, so
See, I knew it.
No, it's because I feel like we didn't finish what you're saying.
I was talking about self-control.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so to define...
And I found myself in a situation where I have to control myself. Now, the thing that came up in this relationship was, you always ask me that, Yoni, but why do you have to control yourself?
Because controlling yourself means there's some, like, you have to control.
It's normal.
A reaction. So it's like you have a reaction, you're like, oh, I got to control that. That's what controlling it means.
Okay. And women always hate when a guy say,
it's as if like,
I'm going to go there, but I'm going to have to control myself.
Because when you say I got to control myself, it seems like you have to be held back by reins. Like I got to chain myself or else I will.
No, that's not true. When I say I have to control myself is that I am aware that I'm in a relationship and I love my partner very much. So if I go somewhere and someone is just like flirting with you this whole time, you just feel the energy, vibes, right? Yeah. That's how people fuck up. They're just like, man, it's so easy. It's right there. And I can do something. I'm not even saying what it is, but I can do something that's like physical.
I mean, yeah, you can. It's a question of, do you want to?
You don't want to, but you can.
Okay.
Okay, wait, okay. Let's say you want to, right? Let's say you want to do it.
That's where the controlling part is. So that's what I'm saying. If you say I have to control myself, you're basically saying I want to, but I'm controlling myself not to.
So is it bad? Is it versus what? I don't want to? Then there's no self-control if you don't want to.
There is self-control.
If you don't want to, why do you need to self-control yourself? If you don't want to, there's nothing to control. Nothing's happening.
But saying, if you want to, if you see someone attractive and they're flirting with you, you can have the thought of like, damn, they're really hot, like, you know, have those thoughts, but then be like, but I still like don't want to because I'm in a relationship. Mm-hmm. There's that option. And then there's the option where you have to control yourself because you want to, but you control yourself so you didn't. Versus, I notice all these things about this person. That's all nice and well, but I don't want to because I'm in a relationship. Do you understand the difference?
I understand the difference, but I think like we lie to ourselves. It's like we lie to ourselves. It's like a common under the rug.
So you think that it's not possible to like not want to, even though you're thinking this person's really attractive, this person looks really good,
I think
they're coming on to me. I can
but there's
receive
nothing
all of
wrong.
that, and I can like all of that and appreciate all of that and still not want to.
But there's nothing wrong with and this is me speaking right in this second, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think there's something wrong with wanting to act on it but not doing it because you love your person? That you can't control what you want to do. Let's say there's someone that's like right there in your face, right?
Why are you acting as if she's just like
it's like, do I want to?
No. Like,
would it be nice?
Okay.
That's a
different thing. Would it be nice? That's just thinking about it. But that's not saying I want to.
No, I don't want to. But I don't know. I feel like maybe if you're listening.
I feel like everyone listening right now are like on the edge of their seat.
No, because it's like.
I think.
You can want to and not do it. To me, that shows more power than not wanting to and not doing it.
No, I disagree.
If I want to do some shit, but I don't do it because I can control myself. See, controlling is a triggering word for you.
No, because
anytime I say control, you're like,
seem as if like. I wish that I could be like, come on, guys, help me out here, make me like.
But I would never.
No, obviously. I know that you would never. But what I'm saying is like the way that you're explaining it is that you're faced with this option and you want to go with that option. You want to go through with it. You want to do the deed.
Right.
And then you control yourself and you don't.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not going to do this because I respect my partner and I'm not doing it.
But you still want to. You're still thinking about it.
Okay, but that's not my fault.
I think that's fucked up though.
But how is it your fault?
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying it's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Okay. Like, I'm saying I think that
one day
then you have to reevaluate something a little bit. Because if I see some really nice something, I never even get to the level of thinking I want to do some shit.
But I'm just saying it really has to be. I feel like it's getting
It's getting in circles.
Yeah, because I can't really explain what I mean when I say you can still want to act on something and not do it because obviously you're in a relationship and you just carry on.
I don't know. I think it just like sounds like messed up to say like I want to like basically do this shit with this other person, but I'm stopping myself because I'm in a relationship. Rather than like I can appreciate something. Because that's what you're saying. Okay,
so obviously I don't actually want to do it.
So that's what I mean. So don't say I want to.
Yeah, I don't actually want to do it, but I would.
If you were single.
Right, but
yeah, but that's not you haven't been saying that thing though.
Okay.
You can't say I want to.
I understand.
But I don't actually want to.
No, because if you want to do it,
then you would.
But you don't do it, then you didn't want to do it.
No, then you did want to do it, but you thought you didn't want to get in trouble and fuck some shit up.
If you're listening to this and this is confusing, let us know in the comments what you think about this discussion. Because this is some shit I'm trying to figure out. Maybe even just how to word it.
Because I think
if you want to do something and you didn't do it, that shows more power to you because...
But it's not about who has more power. That's not the point. That's not like, oh, you have more power.
No, I'm not saying who has more power, but I'm just saying that you were strong in that situation and you didn't do some fucked up shit.
Oh, you were so strong. Like, I just think the way you're framing it, it makes it seem like, wow, you were like such a good job that
congratulations,
you were able to restrain yourself from such a hard, powerful force.
No, but it's not hard to.
That's what I'm saying. The way that you framing it, it's like I'm controlling my urges.
I feel like the way we see self-control, I feel like just the word control in a relationship is, as you can see, like how this conversation is going. It's a very like, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I just think that I'm in that situation. My thought doesn't go as far as I want to. Like, I'm ready right now to go.
But I'm not saying this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, but that's how you're talking about it is what I mean. You're literally said, I want to, but I'm stopping myself and I'm going. No, I want to.
I was trying to paint a picture. I know in the beginning of the episode I say everything is my example, but I'm just saying in a scenario where someone wants to do something, but doesn't do it.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but I'm just saying that there's a difference between the reaction of I want to do it and I didn't, or I recognize that this person is attractive, but I don't want to do shit and I didn't. Those are two different reactions. Yeah. So that was my point.
Okay, and this is how my brain thinks.
Which one?
No, what you said, obviously, because I've never done anything and I never will.
Yeah.
Maybe you see, this is so interesting how two individuals can think maybe about the same thing, but the way I'm saying it.
The same shit the whole time.
The way I'm saying it is just different the way you're saying it because obviously you're yourself and I'm myself. Like I think
it was just the I want to and like I actually meant I want to and you're like I didn't mean I actually want to. Anyways, if you're still listening, I hope that you didn't get all jumbled up in your thoughts.
Yeah, if you ever went through this, share the stories with us. You can DM us on Instagram. You can comment below if you don't mind other people
Why
reading it.
Why did your energy just get so low?
No, because I'm gonna leave this episode with like this conversation in my brain.
Head? Yeah, we might keep talking about this after we get it off the air.
Yeah, we're gonna establish some rules here.
some rules.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, y'all, we appreciate you for listening. This was a charged ending to the episode.
So much for recording for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's not possible for us to talk for so long.
Yeah. But I liked it. I like this episode, and I feel like a lot of people are going through like this, similar things, and I don't know. Just let us know what you think, honestly, because I mean, not just about like what we discussed at the end, but just
just about like everything.
Yeah. Can you be friends with the opposite sex? I feel like.
Can you be just friends? What about when you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
If you have any like good stories about that, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like a part 2 where we actually just discuss you guys' friendship situations.
Yeah.
When you got feelings and stuff like that.
All right, guys, I am tired. We actually have to edit this right away.
Oh my God, I just realized that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a long night.
But we hope you enjoy this episode.
Why are you whispering right now?
I don't know. It's time to... Are you going to do the...
What?
Shout out?
Oh, right. Sorry. I haven't said shout out to your dog in a long time. I feel like I missed it. You
say it in every episode.
I feel like I missed it in the last podcast.
You never missed it.
Wait. The last one was when you left, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I was so mad when she left.
Oh, yeah. I left early because I had to go to dinner.
You literally could have stayed for 10 more seconds.
Yeah, but I didn't know. And Yoni was so mad at me that I left because it like messed up the whole episode ending.
It didn't mess up the whole episode, but the end was just like...
You just felt so awkward because you didn't know where to look.
I was just sitting here by myself. Usually I look at you and then I had to look at the camera and it was just like weird,
It's all good.
But then when Ellie came back from dinner, she brought me a little... was it a cupcake? You brought me like something back, right?
I brought you rice. Yeah.
Maybe it was your mom that brought me like the chocolate thing, remember?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, shout out to your dog since I guess Yoni's just
Shout out to your dog and we'll catch up later.
Yeah, remember to tag us in all of your walks and hangouts and listening to the pod whenever you can. Subscribe to
the YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't done with my...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm done.
Okay. Subscribe. We need to get to 10K one day, hopefully.
Yeah, we need to get... I mean, we need,
We need to get to 1 million subscribers because this is the best podcast, okay?
Yeah. It's so funny when there's so many podcasts that say, like, welcome back to the #1 podcast. And it's like, you can't all be #1 podcast.
Yeah, that's...
Like,
I always hear that.
Should we just start saying that just because?
Yeah, you got to put it out there for people to actually believe it, right?
Yeah, you got to do that to manifest.
All right.
To manifest.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for listening.
To the #1 podcast in the world, Yoni Ikoto.
Tune in next week, next Wednesday, for another What's the Juice. We're bringing all the juice and we get all juiced up like we did at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
And don't worry, guys, we're all good. Sometimes we're gonna... I feel like I think that was like the most fired up we've been on the podcast. Where it was like an honest, like, back and forth.
Everything we do is honest here.
No, but I mean, it was like we actually let it get like
I forgot we were like actually recording.
I was actually like, wait, what are you saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know some people might have some opinions about what we said today in this episode, but that's fine. That's what we're here for.
That's what we do it
want
for.
Everybody to be like, no, I totally disagree, or I totally think that what you said was fucked up. That's the type of shit that I want you to bring to us, okay? So see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. And yeah.
February is starting today. It's February 1st. To me, this is when the New Year's is starting.
Oh, this is dropping on February 1st.
Yeah. February 1st to me has always been the beginning of 2023. So if you're listening to this, reevaluate. How well have you done on that first month of January?
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah, it's not even 2023 yet.
Yeah. So, anyways, goodbye. Have a good night. Have a good day wherever you're at.
When our outro is like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And we love you. And shout out to your dog because we love him too. And your cats too.
But him or her.
What?
They.
Anyways, bye guys.
Bye.